Alrighty. Sorry, I'm like trying to get everything nice and fixed. I think the lighting's good for you guys. It was like really washed out a few moments ago. So we'll see how it all goes. How is everyone doing today? My name is Natalia, and today on Makeup Monday, I'm doing lives every Monday. So stay tuned for those. Coming soon. Well, I'm here today. Okay, I'm weird. I'm sorry. I'm tired. But we are going to check out the entire Colourpop Hocus Pocus collection. I know this is a little bit late. It's way after, but shipping was kind of ridiculous. It took 10 to 12 days each time, and I had to get a second shipment because my first set of the Colourpop eyeliners, when I opened them up and twisted them, they oozed out. They were melted. So I contacted Colourpop and they sent out another set right away. You would have seen me opening up the second set of the eyeliners, which I have right here. You would have seen that on my Instagram at A Beautiful Healthy Day. So go ahead and check that out. I did a live and then I posted it to my IGTV on Instagram. So let's go ahead and go through everything. I did the base for my face today. Normally I do the whole thing from top to bottom, whatever you want to call it. But today I decided to do the base so we can go right into the Colourpop Hocus Pocus collection. So the entire collection included the Colourpop palette. I took everything out of its packaging just so it's a quicker transition. So here's the actual palette. And this was just packaging on the outside so you can see what it kind of looked like. It's really nice. I like all the accents to it, the writing. It's kind of like the book from the movie, which I love this movie like there's no tomorrow. And that's like 90% of the reason why I bought the entire collection. If I was just looking at it as products that I wanted, I probably would have just gone with the eyeliners, which is why I was so upset that they melted the first set that I had. And the glitters. The eyeshadow palette, while very nice, I have a lot of these shades. The two that I'm really excited about is Yabos. You don't have any Yabos. Yabos. That's one I'm really excited. I'm interested to see Wrench, which is right down here. And yeah, those are the two main ones. I like Thackeray Binks. I totally thought it was Zachary for the longest time until I saw this. But it it makes sense. 300 years ago. Yeah. 300, was it 307 years ago now? Anyway, so this is the entire palette. It's really beautiful. It really is beautiful. But like I said, I have a lot of these colors because I have the ABH Norvina Volume 3, and that has the coloring from Dead Man's Toe and Night of Frolic. So, and then all the neutral tones I have in different palettes, whether it's ones that I've gotten from BoxyCharm or if it's the Orgy palette from Jeffree Star. You know, so I have a lot of these colors already. So that is the palette. We're going to have fun with this. And then the next thing I have is the lipsticks, the lip kits. And they had 3 different ones. They're all reds. And I know a lot of people were like, why is it all reds? Well, you want to know what? In every woman and girl in the movie had red lips on. So I get it. But I do think it would have been kind of fun to have like a purple lip or a green lip. But that's not, that wasn't part of the movie, you know? So So we have 3 different ones. Winifred's is called Put a Spell on You. That's what the lip kit is called. And then the lipstick, which is this one right here, is Winnie. And the lip liner, because it's a little set, the lip liner is called Come We Fly. The next one is I Am Beautiful. That's how she says it, you know. And it's Sarah's set, which is more of a darker red. And her Lucky Rat's Tail is her lip liner. And then we have Mary's, which is I Smell Children. I Smell Children. And her lipstick, it's a mix between, I drop everything, I'm sorry. So you can kind of see the tones. And this one's, Mary is more of a berry red versus like a dark maroon like Sarah's is, or the more bright true red that Winnie is. And then her lip liner is Spinsters Ladies. We're just Spinsters Ladies. We ain't witches. And then we have the liners, the eyeliners. And there's 3 different ones. A red called Sisters, a green called Black Flame Candle, and a purple, which is Trick or Treat. And that's these 3 right here. And then we have the 2 glitters, which is Another Glorious Morning. It's this beautiful orange yellow set, kind of like the sun rising. And then a muck. And that's this purple one right here. And the packaging is so freaking cute. It's got Binks. I love Binks. And the packaging on all of these is really cool. You have the eyes embossed on the liners. And then, you know, their hair on the lips. And then on the glitters, we have lots of little Binks. And we got so obsessed on Glorious Morning. Ooh. And I Shall Always Be With You. Oh, it says I'm obsessed and I shall always be with you on both of them. And then the fronts are really nice. I really, really love the packaging, and I wish I had like some place to store packaging. I don't. So unfortunately, these boxes are just gonna go in the trash. Unless somebody wants the packaging. If somebody wants to have the packaging, just the packaging, not the actual products, like let me know. I'll freaking ship it to you. I don't care. And then we have the lashes. Let me pause here for a sec. Here we have the lashes. We have the Flirty Witch, Sarah's lashes. And they're really long and luxurious. Very pretty. I'm not sure which lash I want to do today. And then we have the Clever Witch, Mary. And hers are very fine, very, very thin and fine, which is really nice. I like Flirty Witch, though. Right now, that's like my go-to. And then we have the Boss Witch, Miss Winnie Winifred. And hers are rather fine as well. So I'm curious. I really like Flirty Witch, so I think I'm gonna go with those when I go ahead and put my lashes on. And I'm going to leave these for future for future makeup funness, you know? So let's get to it. What should we do first? I'm going to set all the packaging off to the side. So I have a little bit more room here. And I'm going to go in with the eyeshadows first. Where did I put my makeup brushes? Whole bunch of different ones. I get random ones from all over the place. So, all right. I have some Morphe brushes. I have some Real Techniques. I have some Lavish. I have some blanket name ones from Amazon. I just have all different types. Okay. So I did forget two things. Tried to have like everything set up on my counter so I didn't have to go into my drawers, but I forgot two things, and that's lash glue and my eye primer, which I think will be really good for today. So how's everyone doing? Is anybody else a huge, huge fan of Hocus Pocus? Because I love the movie like there's no freaking tomorrow. This movie was my favorite growing up, my favorite Halloween movie growing up, and I still love it to death. And I think the main reason I love this movie so freaking much is because of the dynamic between the brother and sister. Because I have an older brother, he's about 5 years older, so it's almost kind of the same age dynamic. And I was 7 years old when the movie came out. The girl in the movie was only 8, so it was kind of like, hey, this is me and my brother. And back in the 90s, that's how big brothers acted. I don't know how they act today with all the technology and stuff. Who knows? But my brother was always like, I hate you, but I love you. He was always annoyed with me. I always bugged the crap out of him. And having that wide age dynamic where your brother's like a teenager when you're just starting, when your brother, you know, it's like, I don't know. But you get to tease him as the little sister. You get to tease him because he's thinking about girls and stuff. I don't know. I'm being weird, but if you watch the movie, you get the dynamic, and it's absolutely hilarious. What's even funnier is I told my mom how much I love this movie recently, and she's like, I don't understand it because I fall asleep in the movie. And I'm like, it's a dynamic between me and my brother. So that's why I love the movie so much. She's like, it's just such a boring movie. And I'm like, then we had a boring life, because that's literally same life we had that was going on in the movie. Moved to a new town, and yeah, okay, sure. I know, I'm being really weird. I just put on my Anastasia eye primer, and now I'm going to go in with some brushes, and I think what should I go in with? If you guys have any ideas, I'd be welcome to it. I think I'm going to go in with Hello Salem. It's this neutral color right up here, and I'm going to go in with that first, just in the crease, just above the crease, just to give it a little bit of color. Because I think I have an idea what I want to do. So is there any other favorite movies that you have from your childhood, whether it's Halloween or Christmas? I mean, we're heading into that season now. It is November 2nd, so like I think 20 new movies have been released on Lifetime and Netflix that are all Christmas movies. So yeah, have fun with that. I know my favorite Christmas movie is The Santa Claus, the original one, although I do love all three of them. Is there a fourth one? I'm trying to remember. I know there's three. I think there's only three. Alrighty, and now I'm gonna go in. A lot of times with these dark green colors, they come off as like more of a black or a brown. So I'm gonna do that one in my outer corner. And the dark green is called Bewitch. Ooh, look at that. I feel like it looks more green on camera, but like in person, it's hard to tell. This year, it's been a lot of seeing old movies versus all the new ones that normally come out this time of year because nothing's coming out in the movie theater. As a, I like to call myself a movie-holic because I am. I go to the movies typically. I would go to the movies approximately, let's say, 3 times a week when like new movies are coming out, and even now I'm between 1 and 2 movies a week. Sometimes if I'm in the mood to see something again, like I'm tempted to see Hocus Pocus again in theaters, but it's on Disney Plus, so I'm kind of like, I've already seen it once in theaters. Recently, I saw it at the beginning of October, literally the day after I purchased the Hocus Pocus collection. I went ahead and I contacted a friend because she had been posting like 150 pictures on Facebook and Instagram about Hocus Pocus. And I'm like, you want to know what? Let's see if she's available and we'll go and see this. And she was really happy. And we went and hung out, and it had been a long time because we used to work together before the pandemic. And our store, the company that we worked for, closed completely. Their last day was actually October 25th. I used to work for Steinmart, and they have filed bankruptcy, and I'm going back in with Hello Salem just to blend it out a little bit and lighten it up at the top. But yeah, they closed all of their stores, and they filed bankruptcy, and who knows if they're coming back. They may not. They're like reorganizing. And I have my thoughts on what the rumors I've heard from that is. I'm not sure if I should really talk about it because I think they're kind of ridiculous. Sorry. Let's go back to makeup. They have to get the right people on board. That's all I have to say for them, is that all the people that I've ever talked to in the company, they were not interested in updating anything. And that's what they need to do to stay in the market. Even during the pandemic, if they had good online marketing and social media and stuff like that, they would have been okay long enough for that buyout that they had going on to like go through after all of this. Unfortunately, they didn't care about online media, so that's my opinion on it. And the rumors I heard was they want to become an online store and then eventually reopen brick and mortar stores like in several years, kind of like Payless did. They disappeared. They closed all their stores, filed bankruptcy, reorganized, and they were supposed to come out with new stores recently, but I'm not sure what all is going on with that. We're getting into like anyway, let's go on. I think that's actually really kind of pretty. I like it. It's kind of like a dark army green, which is what the color is in here, the Bewitched color right here. It's really dark. It does have a lot of grays to it, but I definitely see the green tint to it. It looks nice. I like it. So we're going to go in. I'm horrible. I think, what do I want to do? Do you guys have any ideas? Anyway, I think I want to put down a base. Let's go with Dead Man's Toe. I'm going to go with, I was thinking of Dead Man's Toe, but I kind of want to do Dead Man's Toe underneath the eye, so I don't want to do like too much. So I'm horrible at thinking. I think way too much. I think way too much. Let's go in with, cutting the crease, and then we'll go on from there. So it always seems like the things I remember from my old favorite movies, and I'm using the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer here. I just like the way that it moves on my lid. It just works really nicely, and it dries quickly, so it makes it easier to add shadows. But one of the things that I remember from the movies in the 90s is they always had, even if they weren't like full on musical movies, they had such fantastic soundtracks to them. I mean, here with Hocus Pocus, you have "Come little children, I'll take thee away. into the land of enchantment. That's me. It's been a while. And then another one that I absolutely love is Hook. And in the movie, the little girl, the daughter, when she's being held captive and like on the ship with Hook and stuff, she sings a song, and it's been such a long time, but as soon as I hear it, like it gets stuck in my head. I think that's like the biggest thing is that these are all little songs that get stuck in your head so quickly, so easily. And they just become something that you remember forever. There were just so many good elements with the movies that were made during that time. And then you have all the Disney movies, The Lion King. Holy crap, I was the biggest fan of The Lion King. I loved The Lion King so damn much. I don't know if I have any pictures of my bedroom decorations when I was like 10, because I had the decorations that they had at the movie theaters. At the movie theater by me, they had all these decorations. They had live cutouts of all the different animals in The Lion King, and they had the big, huge tree with the leaves hanging over and stuff like that. And my mom went to the movie theater and was like, I want to buy it from you guys. I don't want you to throw it away. I want to buy it from you guys. And they're like, oh, we'll just give it to you. Now I think you have to literally pay for them. But it was all over in my bedroom. I loved the heck out of it. I was always a big fan of Disney movies when I was younger. I think everybody is. But like 101 Dalmatians, oh, don't get me started on the story of the Dalmatian that I had a stuffed Dalmatian, and I went on my first cruise and I dropped it off the side of the cruise. And I was so upset. So my mom bought me another Dalmatian in Mexico because I was so upset. And I was like, how old was I? I was like 6. I was just so upset. I wanted my Dalmatian. And I still have that Dalmatian. It's with my stuffed animals that I will keep forever. So now, what was I going to go into? I think I'm going to go into I call it a buzz. Right here. And it's like a black with a gold shimmer to it. It's really pretty. I'm going to go into the very outer corner. I am going over the green, but I'm going to highlight the green again in a sec. I'm actually going to do something real quick here while I'm blending this. I'm going to go in with a smaller brush, and I'm going to just go around the crease. I always do this messily. Look at this. It'll look nice. It always looks really bad right before it gets super good. Then again, it's me, so it may just stay bad. Okay, this is still a little bit wet, so I'm just gonna pat it dry a little bit. And I'm going right around the crease with Bewitched. I'm just going to blend it out a little bit here and there. So how was everyone's Halloween? I know mine was simple and easy. We just went to the movies earlier in the day, but gosh darn, there was a lot of people at 12 at noon to see a movie. There was a lot of people that day, and we were not expecting it. And as much as I love kids, honestly, I have no trouble with kids. It's more their parents because they're not watching them. Their kids are running around smacking things, smacking people, and it's like I still want to keep my distance. Yes, I'm going to the movies, but I want to keep, some distance to stay safe. I'm just cleaning up the outer edges a little bit. And there was about 20 kids. I think they rented out a theater, which is really cool that you can do that. But there was like 20 kids and then like 6 adults, so you're over the capacity for those rented theaters. Because the capacity is 20. But yeah, like I said, I really don't mind that. But if you're all in a group together and there's 2 lines, don't put like, oh, we all need to get our food at the same time. Like, take up one line and let people that are not in your group have access to a shorter line, because you're all going to get to your movie at the same time. And especially if you're renting a theater for all your friends and family to go see a movie, they're probably going to wait until you all sit down and get started. But I was just going to a movie that, started at an exact time. I know I'm being I don't know what to talk about. Talking about like random stuff. So let's just continue on. And I'm going to go in with Goodbye Cruel World. And it's this dark brown charcoal looking color. I'm just going to go anything that has a bit of a glitter to it or a shimmer to it, I use my finger on. So it goes on there nicely. Oh, I like that. That went on really nicely. That's one thing I really like about Colourpop's products is they blend really, really nicely. They go on super easily. And I do like their shadows. I don't like their shipping, so I'll be purchasing in store from now on from Ulta. And then, let's see. I think I'm going to go in with Yabos. It's the green shimmer here. It's really pretty. And I'm just going in again with my finger, getting right up to the top of that crease. I'm going to blend everything in really nicely in just a few moments. Right now it's kind of very blocky. There we go. It's a little bit blended. Now I'm going to take a little brush and blend it through. Which one do I want to do? I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. eyeshadow brush. I purchased this a long time ago. I'm just going to go in with each of the shimmers. Just pat it on. Now, I call it a bust is very powdery versus Goodbye Cruel World, which is a lot smoother, just so you guys know. Anytime I'm using the same brush for a lot of different colors just because I like the style of the brush. And between picking up different colors, I'm using a color switch pad. I think the ones from Dollar Tree are the best that I've used so far. And they're only $1 versus some. It can be like $5, $15. Like, it's all the same. It's literally the same exact thing. So go with whatever price is better for your budget. Now I'm going in with Yabos to blend it through. Yeah, I think that's really pretty. It's a nice dark eye, but now I'm going to go in. I think I'm going to go in with kind of a different type of thing. I'm going to go in with Tis Firm on the very inner corner, just a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the lower lash line. Not picking up too much, but that's because I dusted it off a lot. This one's very powdery as well. Tis Firm. It's more of the red glitter moment that we have here. It's almost kind of light. I think I'm doing more of a sunset versus a sunrise, but sure. And now I'm going to go in with Dead Man's Toe in the under eye. Try and use a lot of the colors that are in this palette. That's nice. I'm going to blend it out a little bit. Oh, that's nice. I think I'm going to go in just with a little bit of Bewitched. just darken out just a little bit. There we go. Now, I think we are done with the shadows. I'm going to clean up just a little bit. Alrighty. Now I'm going to go in with the glitters. I think I'm going to go in you want to know what? Let's just have a little bit of fun. I'm going to go in with a muck on one eye. And morning. Shoot, what was it called? I'm horrible. Another glorious morning. Yeah. Just kind of do that inner corner eye where I had put Tis Firm. I haven't really used glitters before, so I may not be using them the best way possible. I do have some silicone brushes though, so maybe that'll help put them in the best spot. All right. So for now, that's what I'm going to do for a muck. And then another glorious morning, we are going to go ahead and play. Ooh, this is kind of funky wonky. Just kind of interesting. I got it there. I'm just gonna stick it right here on the inner. It's interesting. It's really pretty. I haven't used glitters before. So if you guys have any tips on what you guys like to do with glitters, I love the way that it's shining though. I can see it really well. The muck one, not so much, but maybe inner corner is just not the right place for it. So for the time being, those are the two glitters. And I did forget to do the liner. And I should do my mascara real quick. Where did and the lashes? So I'm thinking I kind of want to go with the green, but that kind of isn't like the sunrise thing that I'm going on. So I think I'm going to go in with the red. I've used this one before, and I do enjoy it. Or I could do purple. Let's go with purple. I like more of a, when I think of sunrise, I think of more of blues and purples, whereas sunset is more of the yellows, reds. So I'm going in with the purple one, which is called Trick or Treat. And I like going in, spreading it like really nicely. I like using these for the water lines. I don't do much eyeliners on the top just because I'm not good at it. I'm not good at doing the wing liners and stuff, so I stick to the waterline when it comes to eyeliners. And that's what I like best about these gel liners. I'd love to get like the whole pack of Colourpop, like the pastel liners for the waterline, the gel liners, because they work so well. I have a white one from Colourpop, which is the first one that I got, and that's why I knew I would enjoy these products. I like the formula. I like the way that it moves around. You know, it's the way it's applied. It's really nicely. So I go ahead. So that's why I was like really excited for these liners, because it was a smaller set of liners versus, well, Colourpop's been almost out of all their products on their website for like ages. I know they've been restocking recently, but I haven't really purchased anything from them. The last thing I wanted to, but then decided not to at the last minute, was the Candyland set. That's just because they had a lot of products that I haven't used before, and I really like the PR packaging. So right now I am just using my Maybelline Full and Soft mascara. I really like this mascara. It really, like, half the time I don't even need lashes with this mascara, just because it defines them so nicely. It's a bit messy though, and I'm trying really hard not to get like one little line. Which I always tend to end up getting. But we're doing good today. Is everybody ready for November? Ready for Thanksgiving coming and Christmas coming? Do you already know what you're buying your friends and family? My brother already got his gift. I'll get him another little something something, but he already got his main gift from me, because it was only something I could do when he wasn't home for several days, and he had gone on a trip, and he wasn't planning on going on another trip until sometime late next year. So I did it about a month ago, and I organized his basically his trinkets, like the baseball that he got from a game when he was like 10 years old, his board games and stuff like that. I organized it. I put shelves on his walls, kind of like these here. And he was like, it was the first time that I could Because like I said, my brother is like the brother in Hocus Pocus. He's kind of like all the time, but he really does care, but he doesn't show it half the time. And then the other half, he's like, anyway, my brother, you get him like the coolest thing on the freaking planet, and he's like, oh. But, you know, like he does enjoy it half of the time. I mean, I got him a pair of pants that he really liked, but he needed to get them altered. He didn't get them altered until 8 months after I got them for him. I'm not getting him pants again. But when I did this and he came home, he's like, what the heck is this? This is cool. And I'm like, he likes it. Alrighty, so we have mascara on, and now I'm going to go ahead and do the lashes. They're really nice. That's so cool. So, I didn't really understand. So, when you open this up, or here, and it's like, it's kind of hard to get to. They have this little string, so it pops the little plastic out real easily, so you're able to get into the lashes easily. I'm just going to pull it off. And so this is the first one. I'm going to put my mirror down. And I'm going to put some glue on this little guy. I don't have, whatchamacallit? Wait. Yeah. Okay, it's this eye. I'm like, wait a minute, the lashes are longer than I thought they were going to be. Okay, give me a sec. Let me. I haven't used the glue in a little bit, so it's kind of like it's somewhat separating. So I'm just twisting it and pushing it so it will. I have a couple of other lash glues, but I don't know how. This is like my generic one for everything. The other lash glue I have is like for a specific set, but if it's still separating in here in a sec, I will try that other lash glue, which I haven't actually tried before. Okay, it mixed. So it is not, and I'm just going on really slowly. There we go. A nice thin layer, nicely across everything. We're just gonna hang out for a few moments, let it dry a little bit. So how is everyone doing today? Today is, it's Monday, so everyone's probably still sleeping. I know with time change, it gets a little wonky. And for a lot of my life, from the time I was like 3 till I was 19, I lived in Arizona where the time change doesn't affect you. You stay on the same time. It's what, mountain time, is it? I think it's mountain time. I can't remember. Anyway, didn't deal with time change really until I started working, because I worked across the river in Nevada, which did deal with time change. So it was really kind of weird, because for me, it was like, I just got an extra hour in the morning before I had to go to work, because I worked on their time, but then when I came home, I was on a different time zone. It gets a little confusing, but it was fun because a lot of people really got annoyed by it, and it never really bothered me. Even though, like, working-wise, it was, eh. Do you guys care about time change? I'm kind of iffy on it. Now that I live in Florida, it affects me more, I guess, because, like, it's not just work life that the time changes, it's regular time, like being able to go to the movies and stuff like that. That's another thing. In Arizona, movies started at like 8 a.m. In Florida, when I first moved here, like in 2005, I'm not talking about pandemic time, okay? The first movie of the day was at 11 o'clock. And I'm like, why? Why so late? Let's get our day started. Alrighty. It looks like it's drying a little bit, so I'm gonna go ahead and put it on. I am, well, see, I have my mirror right here, and I'm just going down into it so I can see. Probably should have done the glitters after the lashes. I am just getting these guys all over the freaking place. Oh, there we go. No. The glue looks very, very messy right now. I know it does. But it is on there nicely. So you can see the difference between no lash and lash. And like I said, it is a little bit messy. That's me. That's me. I'm not the greatest at putting on lashes, but I do try. And it will dry clear, so you won't even see the little bit of a mess that I got going on here. So let's go ahead and do the next one. I do like the way it looks. I think it, that's kind of, look how, it's kind of hard to see. It's like Fran, it's weird. Is it, oh, somehow it got like stuck to each other. There we go. I think I fixed it. There we go. All right, and I'm just gonna put on the glue. Try to keep it a nice thin layer. So do you guys have any plans for the holidays this year? What are you guys thinking doing? I don't know what to talk about. I wish it was more active. How do I get things more active here? Oh, I got some glitter right here. The morning glory. Glorious morning. Another glorious morning. Oh, goodness. So we're just going to keep on going with this. I have a feeling if I try to put it on right now, it's going to be like 10 times messier. But look, the glue's already dried. You can't even see it on this lash at all. I really do like these lashes. Flirty Witch, Sarah, you got the right kind of lashes. We'll see. I might do Instagram pictures with the other lashes when I end up using them, and I will post those either on my stories or in a post. So yeah, go ahead and follow me on Instagram at A Beautiful Healthy Day. I'm trying to do more. Doing reels, IGTV, all that type of stuff. Ooh, it's slightly changing colors, so I think it's about time. So let's go down. So it's best to look straight down when you're putting the lashes on because it helps you get that crease right at the lash line versus ending up going up. I can see it better this way, although sometimes it's still rather messy. Just like holding the edges. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Look up. Oh, I think that's going to turn out really nicely. How does it feel? It's because of all the glue. The glue is way higher. And that's what's kind of making it look a little weird, but that glue will dry down and it will be clear and it won't mess up my shadows, even though it kind of looks funky right now. So while we let that dry and let that go nicely in, goodness gracious, I really like these lashes. I'm going to go ahead and do my lips, and I'm going to do something kind of funky and cool. I think maybe it may turn out like horribly, but I am going to do all 3 lip colors so you can see them literally right next to each other. And I'm going to start with Spinster's Ladies, which is Mary's lip liner. I'm going to start on this side, and then I'm going to do Winifred in the middle and Sarah on this side. So this is Spinster's Ladies. And then I'm going to go into Come We Fly. See, it's already drying down and it looks really nice. There we go. Just me. I gotta make sure. I'm like, it's really hard to tell. Yeah. The biggest difference between the lip liners and the eyeliners is the top. It's a lip liner if you have a black top, but it's the eyeliner if it has the eyes on it. So trying to remember that. I'm like, am I using the right thing on the right place? Because I actually did start using a lip liner on my eye a few days ago for Halloween. I was like, wait a minute. Because I don't know. I don't know if Colourpop lip liners are safe for the waterline and stuff like that. I know Jeffree Star's lip liners are. But I'm not sure about Colourpop's. All right, and now we're doing, no, shoot, damn. Lucky Rat's Tail on this edge. I had accidentally started using Spinster Sisters on this edge, but now I'm using Lucky Rat's Tail. And that is Sarah's lip liner. So those are the 3 lip liners. And now we're going to go in with the lipsticks. And this is Mary. This is Winnie. Or actually, you want to know what? I'm going to go in with Sarah on this side, and then I'll do Winnie last so I can blend it really nicely. So this one is Sarah. You can definitely see the difference between Mary and Sarah. And now we're going to go in with basically the true red, which is Winnie. Just making sure I did get the right one. Now, I do have to say that Mary and Winnie are very close. There is a little bit more. Yeah, you can see the difference with Mary here, and then Winnie's right in the middle. Winnie has more of a I want to say more towards the orange side or the yellow side of the color spectrum, whereas Mary has a little bit more of the blue purple. And then Sarah definitely leans into that blue purple vibe because it goes more into the darker maroon or darker red. And then this one is more of a berry color. You can see the difference, right? There is where the line changes. So those are the 3 lipsticks and the eye. The entire eye, we used both of the glitters and quite a few colors from the eyeshadow palette. And I think this eye look turned out really, really nicely. I think it's really pretty. You want to know what? I'm going to use Wrench, and I'm going to do a little bit of a highlight under the brow, which I did do before I started filming today. I used the Benefit Cookie Highlighter for my cheeks, for the highlight on my cheekbones. And I used Morphe's blush palette for the blush. And then I did use the Ace Beauty Bronze in Paradise for the bronzer today. And as always, I used my Anastasia Luminous Foundation and Jeffree Star Concealer. So I'm just going to go in here. I'm just going to add a little bit more of a Hocus Pocus highlight to the under the brow. Alrighty. So that's everything today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and hit the bell notification and subscribe. I'm going to try and do Makeup Mondays every Monday, even if I'm just talking to myself. So I will see you guys later, and you all have a beautiful, healthy day. Bye. See you later, everyone.